Live from Lane Gymnasium, Lane Sac Basketball is on the air. Some Friday night conference hoops as the Lincoln Park Lions and the Lane Sac basketball team each look to get conference win number 1 on the season. Thank you for joining us. My name is Alex Bursine, live inside a nearly empty Lane Gymnasium as we get set to tip off the 2021, or excuse me, not tip off, but we get some 2021 regular season action going. We're about to get our starting lineups on the court, so we'll turn it to the PA address announcer. We'll be right back. There you have it, starting lineups for tonight's contest between the Lincoln Park Lions and your Lane Sac basketball team. If you could not hear, your 5 on the court starting it for Lane Sac will be both of the McQueen brothers, Chris and Aaron, Sean Malloy, Justin Brown, and Joe Kensick. As for the Lincoln Park Lions, it'll be Julio Montez, the star, Caleb Spencer, Chicory Nwuso, and Sincere Malone, and Jaden Smith. Ref is at center court, and we are ready to go with some 2021 regular season Lane Sac basketball. 8 minutes are on the clock, and we have some fun Red Northwest Conference play getting started in the circle to start things. Oh, excuse me, no tip-off. Still getting used to that. No tip-off due to COVID-19. Lincoln Park will get the ball to start, and it'll be number 11, Nwuso inbounding it for the Lions. Gets it out to Montez. Tight defense from Brown early on for Lane Sac. Lions dressed in their navy blue aways, and Lane Sac in their whites. Lincoln Park will be going from left to right. Lane Sac right to left to start things off. They get it inside to Smith. Smith out to... That'll be taken by Brown. And Lane Sac with the early turnover. Brown, the point guard, bringing things up for Lane Sac. Far side, he's going to try to drive in, goes up for the layup, no good, now be taken by Lincoln Park, and it's going to be dunked by Nwuso, and Lincoln Park gets the first points of the night, 2-0. Lincoln Park leads Lane early on this one, 7:15 to go in the first quarter. Brown being guarded by Montez, tries to go to the far side, he's going to get it to Chris McQueen. Kensick with the basketball, gets it back to Chris McQueen. McQueen driving in, goes up for 2, and he will just miss it, rebounded by Malone. As the 2 from Smith is good, and Lincoln Park jumps out to a 4-0 lead. 6:45 now to go in the first quarter. Brown with the basketball for Lane. Brown driving, left-hand side, they give it to Kensick in the corner. Kensick for 3. He will miss that. Rebounded by McQueen, though. McQueen goes up for 2. He'll get blocked. Gets his own rebound. Out to Kensick. Kensick for 3. No good. Rebounded. That'll go off of Nwuso, and Lane Sac will get the basketball back. 4-0. Lincoln Park with the early lead in this one over Lane Sac. Thanks for joining us on our Lane Sac Athletics YouTube live stream. Alex Bursey on the call as Kensick gets the basketball and gives it out to McQueen. Brown over to Kensick. Kensick will drive the baseline and get fouled. That'll be a blocking foul on Nwuso, and Lane Tech will get the ball under the basket once again. Slow start to tonight's game, 4-0. Lincoln Park leads, 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Kensick gets it out to Malloy. And Malloy will reset things for Lane. Malloy over to Kensick. Now Aaron McQueen pulls for three. He will miss that one. And Lane Tech will get the basketball back. That'll be Sean Malloy inbounding it. No, Justin Brown is going to take things for Lane. They get to Aaron McQueen, who gives it to Brown. Brown top the key over to Kensick. Kensick pulls for three, no good. He's going to airball that. Malloy gets the rebound over to Aaron McQueen. Aaron McQueen goes up for two, and he will get fouled, and Aaron McQueen's going to go to the line for Lane Tech. Lane still looking for their first points of the night. McQueen was a pretty solid free throw shooter last year for Lane. Has struggled a little bit early on this season, but still very early on in the year. As we said, Lane 1-1 after an opening win to Jones and loss on Wednesday to Clark. As the first free throw by McQueen is good, Lane Tech gets on the scoreboard, and it's now 4-1, a 3-point Lincoln Park lead, 5:57 to go in the first quarter. Second free throw is good as well, and Lane Tech now cuts the lead to 2 as Malone brings the ball up the court for Lincoln Park. Montez with the basketball. He's going to drive in, give it out. Three, no good by Lincoln Park. As Nwuso will get it. Now Malone driving, right-hand side, tries to get in. He will get fouled. And now Malone, the 6'9" transfer guard/forward from Corliss, will head to the line. Malone, quite the journey he's had. He was at Corliss last year, transferred to Lincoln Park, then transferred out of state to play basketball, but then IHSA said we'll have a season, and he is back at Lincoln Park as he makes the first of his 2 free throws. Now 5-2 the score, 5:36 to go in the first quarter. Second free throw, no good, and Chris McQueen will get the rebound as Malloy will take things up for Lane. Malloy driving far side, he almost loses the basketball, going to keep it, goes up for 2, and no good. Malone will get the rebound. Lane Tech yet to make a field goal in this one as Nwuso pulls for 3, no good, rebounded by Kensick. And McQueen will get the basketball for Lane Tech. Brown far side, he's going to step out of bounds. And Lincoln Park will get the ball back quickly. 5:08 to go in the first quarter. A 5-2 lead for Lincoln Park as Malone brings the ball up the court for Lincoln Park. Malone top the key, gives it over to Nwuso. He'll hold it, being guarded by Chris McQueen. Man-to-man defense by Lane, per usual. They get to Malone. Malone driving. And they're going to call a travel on him. Lane Tech bench happy with that one. And Lane will get the basketball back, down 5-2, 4:45 to go in the first quarter. Brown with the basketball. Crosses half court, far side. He will give it to Kensick. Kensick top the key. They give it to Malloy. Malloy driving up the middle, gives it down low to Brown. And Brown will bring things out for Lane. Now Chris McQueen with the basketball. He'll give it to Malloy, and Lane will reset things. Malloy driving, top at the free throw line. He loses it. Tight defense from Malone. They're going to get it down low to Aaron McQueen. Aaron McQueen thinks about the shot, instead gives it into Malloy. A driving Malloy can't get it. And Lincoln Park will get the basketball back. Nwuso almost dunks it. Chris McQueen nearly got the block there, but is going to grab the foul. That'll be the second foul on the night for Lane Tech. Both teams with 2 fouls, and heading to the line will be number 11, Nwuso. Second foul on the night for Chris McQueen. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter as the first free throw is good, excuse me. Didn't put the point on the scoreboard, so not sure if that one counted. Maybe there's a lane violation. Second free throw is good as well. And now a 7-2, so he did make both of them, is your score. 3:55 to go in the first quarter. Brown takes things up for Lane. Brown, top the key, driving, left-hand side. He'll lose it. That'll be taken by Malone. Malone loses the basketball. Now Grunebaum in the game for Lane Tech. Gives it to Brown. And Perona gets the steal. Perona now down low, dribbling. He'll give things to McQueen. McQueen finishes at the basket. Aaron McQueen with the first field goal of the night for Lane Tech, and it's now 7-4, 3:25 to go in the first quarter. We had a couple of subs we missed. Apologize for that. Perona and Grunebaum now in the game for Lane Tech. And a couple of substitutions for Lincoln Park as they try to get into Nowusu, and they can't. Down low 2 is no good by number 23, Jaden Smith, and Lane Tech will get the basketball back. Sean Malloy inbounding things to Justin Brown. Malloy and Brown, the two main guards for this team. As it looks like a timeout is going to be called. Yes, a timeout will be called. I believe by Lane Tech. No, oh, no, excuse me. That'll be the mask break. Under 4 minutes, the first stoppage of the game is a mask break now due to COVID-19. Just basically a timeout as Lane Tech meets at their bench. And Lincoln Park, interestingly, not meeting with their players, just the coaches talking. 7-4 is your score. 3:02 to go in the first quarter. A 3-point lead for Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park 0-2 on the year. They lost big to Whitney Young to open the season, but, you know, season opener plus Whitney Young, one of the best teams in the state. Not exactly a recipe for good things, but they bounced back against North Lawndale, not able to get the win, but compete against the top 25 team. Lawndale ranked number 24, I want to say, by the Sun-Times. They lost that one 61-58. Had leads after the first, second, and third quarter, but were not able to hold things on in the fourth. As for Lane Tech, 1-1 will be their record. Season opener against Jones. It was a close one, but they were able to pull it out 40-37 and then lost a tough one to a ranked number 22 Clark team, 51-41. Jones was non-conference, so Lane still looking for that first conference win. As we're back here at Lane Gymnasium, 7-4, Lane Tech trails Lincoln Park early on in this contest. As Malloy will inbound things to Brown. Brown back to Malloy, and Lane Tech will get the ball past half court. Malloy with nice dribbles, gets down low. He's going to go up for two and get it. Nice reverse layup there from Sean Malloy, and the lead is cut to 1, 7-6. Lincoln Park leads 2:45 to go here in the first quarter. Montez with the basketball. That will be almost taken by Brown, but Malone will get it. That's tipped off of Malloy, but he gets it, gives it to Aaron McQueen, and Perona will bring things up for Lane. Perona loses the basketball. Ball on the ground still. Montez tries to get it, but McQueen's going to get it. Aaron McQueen, top of the key, thinks about giving it to Grunebaum. Will give it to Malloy instead. Malloy in the paint, goes up for 2. Basket no good. And they're going to call it on the ground. So Lane Tech will get the basketball under the basket. A 1-point Lincoln Park lead as number 5, DeAndre Berry, checks into the game for Lincoln Park. Malloy with basketball, gives it underneath to Aaron McQueen. McQueen, spin move, goes up for 2. He'll miss it. Now to Malloy. Malloy tries to dribble out of things. He can't. Give it to Brown. Brown for 3. No good. And that'll be rebounded by Lincoln Park. Lane has had some struggles with three-pointers early on this season. As Brown gets the steal for Lane Tech, he's going to push the pace, gives it to McQueen. McQueen goes up for 2. No good, though. And a foul will be called on number 11, Nuoso. And Aaron McQueen heads back to the line. He has 1 point, excuse me, he has 2 points today, and a timeout is going to be called. We'll be back in just a second. 7-6, Lane Tech trails Lincoln Park, 1:53 to go in the first quarter. You're watching Lane Tech basketball. Back here at Lane Tech, we've reached the under 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Slow start for both these teams, but Lane Tech trailing only by 1 to Lincoln Park, 7-6, as we have a new player in the game for Lane Tech. That will be the freshman, Shahid Solibo, for Lane Tech, a freshman who's gotten some varsity minutes already this year. That's number 11, near facing the screen. Aaron McQueen, 2 free throws. First one will be no good for him off the rim. Second free throw on the way, and that will be good. And we are all tied up, folks. 7-7, 1:53 to go in the first quarter, as the ball will be brought up by number 4, Spencer. They get it far side to Smith. Smith almost loses the basketball. They'll give it out to Montez. Montez gets fouled by Perona. And it will be Barry inbounding things for Lincoln Park. Inbounds it to Montez. Montez held scoreless so far in this one. They get to Barry in the corner. Long pass, 3 by Smith, no good. Rebounded by Malone. Malone under the basket, gets fouled. And he will head to the line, number 15, Sincere Malone. Malone, 1 point on the night off of a free throw earlier on. And he'll make that 2 now, as Lincoln Park takes back the lead, 8-7, 1:29 to go in the first quarter. Second free throw by Malone is good as well, and he goes 2 for 2 from the line, and the Lions will take a 2-point lead, 9-7. Grunbaum, the junior, takes things up for Lane Tech. I'll give it over to Malloy. Malloy gets into the paint. Now Perona drives the baseline. He'll get blocked, though, and they're going to call a foul. Didn't see where the contact was, but Perona will head to the line. Joseph Perona's brother, Louis Perona, graduated from Lane last year, one of the Lane's stars last year. He was the senior captain, and now Joseph Perona, a junior, continuing the legacy, as the first free throw from him is no good. 9-7 your score, 1:14 to go in the first quarter. Lane Tech trails Lincoln Park, as the second free throw from Perona, no good as well. Malone will grab the rebound for the Lions. Lincoln Park pushing it. That's tipped by Perona, though, and he gets the steal. Perona gives it down low to Solibo. Solibo loses the basketball. Not sure what happened there. But they're going to say the ball stays with Lane Tech, and Malloy's going to inbound things at the bottom of the screen. Malloy gives it to Grunbaum. Grunbaum, just a junior, taking on some point guard responsibilities here, as Perona pulls for a 2, and he's going to drain it. 2 points for Joseph Perona, his first of the night, and Lane Tech ties it up at 9-all. Barry, long pass. It will be missed as Perona takes it. Perona with the basketball. They'll give it to Grunebaum. Grunebaum down low to Solibo on the tipped pass. And Lincoln Park will get the basketball back. Barry pushing it. Now 26 seconds to go as Montez goes up for two. And he'll miss it. Solibo gets the ball for Lane Tech. Pushing it on the left side. He's going to go up for the basket. No, he's going to give it out and lose the basketball. Now 10 seconds on the clock. Smith gives it to Montez. Malone dunks the basketball. And now 4 seconds on the clock. Malloy with the basketball. He will pull from 3/4 court. No good. And that will bring us to the end of 1 quarter of play. Lincoln Park leads Lane Tech 11-9. The Lions with the 2-point lead, but really anyone's game to win. A key for Lane Tech has been keeping number 2 Julio Montez, their point guard and their star player, quiet. He had 14 against Whitney Young, 10 against North Lawndale College Prep, and he's really just their star, but he's been relatively quiet tonight so far. No points on the board for him. So Lane Tech hoping to keep that up. Thank you for joining us. My name is Alex Burstein on the call from an empty Lane Gymnasium for Lincoln Park and Lane Tech. Both the teams meeting in their huddles. Another 8 minutes on the clock as we get ready for some second quarter action. Couple other games going around the league. We'll get you score updates as we get them. One game between Westinghouse and North Lawndale was canceled due to COVID-19, I believe, but 3 other games going on tonight. Number 22 ranked Clark taking on Marshall. That game was at 5, so we might have a final from that. Not sure yet. And then we also have Lincoln Park at Lane, our game right here, and Schurz at Farragut. That game was at 5, so I believe I might be missing one, but those are your around the Chicago Public Red Northwest as Justin Brown gets the basketball. They'll give it to Chris McQueen. Chris McQueen over to Perona. Perona pulls for 3. He'll airball it. And it will go off of Lane Tech. Your 5 on the court for Lane. Roger Kill makes his first appearance of the night to go along with Perona, Brown, Solibo, and Chris McQueen. Aaron McQueen out of the game. Barry gets it inside to Malone. Malone tries to go up for the dunk, and they're going to call a foul. Lane's head coach, Nicholas Legaldo, in his 13th season, wanted the jump ball, but refs saw some contact, and Malone will head to the line. 5 points on the night already for him. As the first free throw, no good. Malone plays an interesting position. He's 6'9", so obviously one of the tallest players on the court, but he plays a guardish forward position. He can play in the post, play at the guard. Impressive stuff from him. As a second free throw will be good, and Lincoln Park jumps out to a 12-9 lead. 7:30 to go in the first quarter. Justin Brown bringing the ball up the court for Lane. Brown gives it out to Chris McQueen. Players try to keep it loud here, even with no fans. Still some volume coming from the benches as Justin Brown gets it on the near side. He will give it out to Hill. Hill now driving, goes up for 2. He'll get blocked, though, by Smith. Jaden Smith with the block. And Lane Tech will get the basketball under the basket. Their scoring basket, that is. Joe Kensick inbounding it. Kensick hit a couple of threes in their opener against Jones. He'll give it out to Chris McQueen on the far side. Chris McQueen with the basketball. He'll give it to Justin Brown now. Brown to McQueen, back and forth between them. Now McQueen gets in the paint, goes up for 2. No good, rebounded by Hill. Hill goes up for 2 and gets it. So we see Hill and Kensick on the court for Lane Tech. They're now in their senior year, as juniors did not play much, barely played at all, but now we see them getting a lot more minutes in their senior year, and some productivity out of them as well. It's Lincoln Park holds things, driving. They'll give it out to... Oh, they're going to call a travel. I'm not sure if that was on Keyshawn Smith or Jaden Smith, number 22 and 23, excuse me, or Christopher Hammonds, number 24. As Justin Brown will get the inbounds for Lane Sec. Brown gives it out to McQueen. McQueen, far side, will hold it himself and give it to Justin Brown. Justin Brown pulls for three. He'll miss that one. And they give the long pass to Barry. Barry kind of cherry picking down there, and he'll get the easy layup. And a timeout will be called by Lane Sec. 14-11. A 3-point lead for Lincoln Park after the basket from Barry. Here, Coach Nick Lagalbo, loud at the bench. Not happy with that last play by Lincoln Park, but Lane keeping it close with the Lions. Just a 3-point deficit for them. Lincoln Park, obviously, always pretty good at basketball. Not as strong this year, not a ranked team, but they come in 0-2, obviously, against two very good opponents, two ranked opponents in Whitney Young and North Lawndale. Lane Sec has struggled with scoring this year. They had a dry spout at the end of their game against Clark that they ended up losing by 10, and they're averaging just 40.5 points per game through 2 games, but looking like we might have another low-scoring contest on our hands tonight. A 14-11 Lincoln Park lead, 5:57 to go in the first half. Thanks for joining us here at Lane Gymnasium. Alex Burstein on the call. As the buzzer goes off, and it looks like we're about to get back on the court. It will be Chris McQueen, Sean Malloy, Joe Kensick, Justin Brown, and Roger Kill on the court for Lane Sec. And for Lincoln Park, it will be Smith, Barry, or excuse me, Hammonds, Barry, and Spencer, Malone, and one other who I'm missing. Brown with the basketball for Lane Sec near the logo. He'll give it to Kensick. Kensick now driving. Gives it out to Brown. Brown top the key, goes in, gives it to Chris McQueen. Chris McQueen out to Kensick. Kensick driving, now out to Brown. Nice movement here from Lane Sec as the ball goes off of Malloy, and Lincoln Park will get the basketball back. No shot clock here in Illinois high school basketball, so the players can really hold the basketball for as long as they want. Initiative this summer was to get a shot clock in Illinois. Lane Tech basketball, their coaches were calling for it, but no consensus has been reached yet. And Lincoln Park will keep the basketball under the net. That'll be number 24, Chris Hammonds, inbounding things for Lincoln Park. And no, they reversed their call. Lagalbo wasn't happy about it, but will be happy about it now as Hill inbounds things to Malloy. Malloy pushing the pace, goes up into the paint. Now out to Aaron McQueen. Aaron McQueen at the free throw line. Into the game now for his brother Chris. He goes up for 2, and he'll miss it. Pushing the pace is Hammonds. Hammonds to Smith. Smith for 3, no good. Rebounded by McQueen. Lane Tech really has 2 solid point guard options, both with varsity experience in Sean Malloy and Justin Brown, and that's proving to be nice for them early on this year. And then also Ethan Grunebaum, who's about to check into the game for Lane, has point guard experience as Joe Kensick drains the 3, and we have a tie ball game. 3-point shooting, the specialty for Kensick, who had a pair of 3s against Jones. And we have a tie ball game, 14-14, 4:20 to go in the first half. As that ball is taken by Malloy. Malloy is going to drive in, get the foul, and he will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Sean Malloy was the only sophomore on varsity last year, so he is a junior now with some varsity experience. He'll be a 3-year varsity player for Lane Tech. As he takes a couple of dribbles, hoping to give Lane the lead back. And he will on his first free throw. Lane jumps out to a 15-14 lead as Ethan Grunebaum's going to check into the game for Roderick Hill. Malloy with one more free throw. Foul situation is Lane Tech now in the bonus. This was a shooting foul, but Lane will be shooting 1-1 for the rest of the half. And as Lincoln Park has 7 fouls, Lane only has 5, so Lincoln Park not in the bonus yet as Malloy hits his second one and a 16-14 lead now for Lane. Montez with the basketball. He's going to cross half court. Give it to Hammonds. Hammonds drains the 3, silencing the Lane Tech bench, and Lincoln Park gets the lead back 1. Some ball gets on the ground down low, and Lane Tech will get the basketball back. That is number 3, Finn Shaughnessy in the game now for Lincoln Park, as the mask timeout will be called as we're under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. 17-16. The lead for Lincoln Park, 3:55 to go in the second quarter. And that was a lead courtesy of number 24, Chris Hammond, who just drained that 3. And we'll be back in just 1 second. Apologies for that, folks. Just had to get our equipment plugged in. 17-16, Lincoln Park Lions leading Lane Tech. 3:55 to go in the second quarter. Low scoring, but close game early on, as the 5 for Lane Tech will break the same. Aaron McQueen, Ethan Grunebaum, Justin Brown, Joe Kensick, and Sean Malloy. It'll be Malloy inbounding things down low for Lane. Malloy with the basketball. He's going to slap it, get to Brown, but Brown loses it. Goes right off the hands of him, and Lincoln Park will get the basketball back quickly. This will be Keyshawn Smith inbounding things for LP. As Montez gets the basketball far side to Hammonds. Hammonds back to Montez. Hammonds and Montez going back and forth. Now they get to Shaughnessy. Lincoln Park just throwing the ball around. They get it inside to Malone, and now pulling for 3 is Montez. He misses that, and Malloy will get the rebound. Montez still held scoreless for Lincoln Park as they get to Grunebaum on the driving the baseline. And he'll get to Ethan Grunebaum with his first points of the night. And now Lane Tech takes back the lead, 18-17, 3:10 to go in the first half. Far sides, Hammond gives it to Malone. Malone back to Hammond, who misses the 3, and Kensick will get the rebound, give it to Grunebaum. 3 point guards on the court for Lane Tech with Grunebaum, Brown, and Malloy, as he will lose the basketball. Grunebaum will, and Hammonds will take things up for Lincoln Park. 3 by Shaughnessy, no good. Rebounded by Malone, but Brown takes it back. Brown tries to drive, but he'll get stopped by Smith. Screen from McQueen, and they're going to call a foul off of Brown. Lane Tech not happy with that call. I believe it was on Brown. Or maybe it's called a carry. Not sure on that one. As Montez will get the ball back for Lincoln Park. Hammonds pulls for another 3, and he'll get another one. Christopher Hammonds, 6 points on the night. As it looks like Malloy lost a shoe. We'll call an official's timeout. 20-18 the lead as Joe Kensick checks out of the game. That will be Joseph Perona coming in for Lane. Looks like Malloy has a problem with his shoe, so refs holding the basketball. Lane Tech will get the ball back, down by 2, 20-18, 2:11 to go in the first half. Ethan Grunebaum with the basketball for Lane. He gets trapped by Montez, gives it to Malloy, and Malloy will bring things up for Lane. Malloy gets into the paint. He'll give it to Brown. Brown to McQueen. McQueen, top of the key, takes a couple of step backs as Grunebaum holds the basketball for Lane. Now Perona driving. He gets caught up, and Hammonds will get the steal. They give it to Montez. Montez down low. Hammonds, top the key, driving. They give it out to Smith. Smith drives the baseline, and LP will restart things. Malone pulls from the free throw line, no good. Aaron McQueen gets the rebound, gives it to Brown. That'll be Smith who smacked it out of bounds, but Lane Tech will get the basketball back. It'll be Grunebaum inbounding it to Justin Brown. No, they give it to Malloy instead. As Malloy goes behind his back to create some separation from his defender, they give it out to Perona. Perona now to Grunebaum. Grunebaum driving, far side, pulls for the long two. No good. As Malone will get the basketball for Lincoln Park. 20-18, 1 minute now to go in the first half as Hammonds pulls for another three. No good. Aaron McQueen gets the basketball and gives it to Grunebaum. That's the thing with the 3 point guards on the court for Lane with Malloy, Brown, and Grunebaum. They really have a lot of options for going up the court as Grunebaum will get fouled as he's bringing it up the court. 20-18, your score. And we are in the bonus for Lane, so Grunebaum will head to the line to shoot a 1-1. Malloy and McQueen in the paint for Lane Tech. As Grunebaum takes a deep breath. Couple of dribbles, and he will miss that one. Montez with the rebound. He'll push the pace for Lincoln Park. Still scoreless on the night as he gets blocked. And it's off of Lincoln Park. So Lane Tech with the chance to take the lead now with a 3. 35 seconds to go in the first half. Grunebaum with the basketball. Grunebaum, far side to Malloy. Malloy takes a couple of steps back. He will hold things before giving it to Brown. Looks like Lane holding it for the final shot. 15 seconds to go now. Lane down 2. Brown drives, gets into the paint, and he will get fouled on the ground. So, but they are in the bonus, so Brown will head to the line to shoot a 1-1. If he makes both of these, it'll be a tie game. The foul called on number 22, Keyshawn Smith for Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park with 9 fouls, Lane Tech with 5, so Lincoln Park not going to get into the bonus in the first half. Brown at the free throw line, takes a couple of dribbles, goes up for one, he'll miss it. Malone gets the rebound. Now Montez, Shaughnessy can't get it, Perona gets it, and they're going to call out of bounds on Lane. Perona gets the ball in an unlucky spot, and Lincoln Park will have the chance for one final shot. 4.8 seconds to go. They lead 20-18 in the first half. Montez with the basketball gives it to Malone. Malone pulls for 3, no good. Rebounded by Malloy. Malloy fires one, but that was after the time anyways, and that will bring us to the end of one half of action. A 20-18 lead. Lane leads Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park leads Lane. Not a super strong half from either of these teams, but they showed their bright spots as we have a 10-minute halftime break. We're going to take a quick break on our broadcast. We'll be back in just a couple of seconds. Your halftime score: Lincoln Park Lions 20, Lane Sac 18. You're watching Lane Sac basketball.
YouTube, so it has to be a camera plugged into the laptop, right?
Not necessarily.
Because I tried to live stream on my iPhone, and like cannot live stream from the
Yeah,
mobile device.
you need 1,000 followers. So, I mean, we got it in a day because we're a big school. But yeah, I
So what's the laptop doing?
I'm doing a broadcast of commentary too.
Okay, so you're streaming though from
But
the iPad.
the iPad's connected to the computer. But if you get 1,000 followers, then you won't need to. You can just do it directly.
Because I got a Mac, and I was trying to put my phone up to video through the Mac, and it was not reading. I had to, lightning cord in my phone. So
There's this app. It's called Epoch Cam.
figured out the season to be over.
Exactly. It's called Epoch Cam, and basically there's a free.
EPOC?
Yeah. 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 So there's a free version and the paid version, and basically you just have to download something on your computer, and then what you do is your phone camera connects to your computer. So then it's just you have to go.
I can stream from.
The camera will be it, but you can stream from your computer, so you can do.
That's what I need, bro.
Yes.
You just help me out. Man.
Yes.
Let me buy this real quick. And it's free. So the kids at Lane Sac are smart kids. Thanks, man. I'm Coach Flowers, man.
Oh, nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Alex.
Thanks, bro.
back here at Lane Tech. 20-18, Lincoln Park leads Lane Tech at halftime. 4:30 to go until we'll get some second half action going. Both these teams have their highs and their lows in the first half. Lincoln Park just squeaking out the edge at halftime by 2 points. A couple of your stat leaders for Lincoln Park. 2 players with 6 apiece. That'll be Malone, the Corliss transfer, 6'9" senior. And also number 24, Chris Hammonds, who has 6 off of a pair of threes. Aaron McQueen has 5 for Lane, and Sean Malloy has 4 for Lane Tech. As the players come back onto the court, 3:45 on the clock, and we're going to get some second half action getting underway soon. Lane Tech still holding Montez scoreless. He's had 10 and 14 the past 2 games, and he's just really one of the top players, if not the top player for Lincoln Park, but held scoreless, and he doesn't have many assists either, I don't believe, for Lincoln Park. And that'll be a key for Lane Tech if they want to keep this game close. We're going to try to see if we can get some scores from our other games around the Red Northwest Conference. Your standings heading into tonight's play. Whitney Young, top of the league. They're 2-0 in conference. And listen to this, 8-0. They played 8 games already. They got an early start in the season. Played on, I think, the first allowed day for CPS schools. They played against Taft, and they won that one. They've won all of theirs. Then Marshall also 2-0, and Clark 2-0. Clark has a loss out of conference play, but I forget who that was to, but I believe Corliss possibly, but I'm not entirely sure. But those 3 lead the conference at 2-0. Then a handful of 1-1 teams, or Westinghouse and North Lawndale, all at 1-1. Lane and Farragut, the lone teams to have only played 1 game so far, 1 conference game so far. They're both 0-1. Lane was supposed to kick off conference play last Friday against Farragut. Farragut didn't have approval from their school. They have it now. We're not sure if that one's going to get made up. No date yet. But both those teams 0-1. And then Lincoln Park and Schurz both 0-2. So Lane playing the 2 0-2 schools in conference play back-to-back. They play Lincoln Park right now, obviously, a 2-point deficit at halftime. And then tomorrow morning, well, morning for JV, afternoon for varsity, 2 p.m. tip-off, we will have the live call of Lane Tech versus Schurz here from Lane Gymnasium. It's a busy 4 days for Lane Tech. They play tonight, obviously, tomorrow afternoon against Schurz, and then Friday night rivalry action, against Taft. Those games all at home. Then they'll travel to Westinghouse on Wednesday, and then back home next Friday against Orr. And by then, a good chunk of the season already will have been played. We will have the calls of all varsity boys basketball home games this year. I don't know about away games just because of COVID. Harder to do those this year, but we'll have all the home action this year, and still got a handful of home games to go, as we are just about ready to kick off the second half of action. Thank you for joining us. Alex Bursting on the call for Lane Tech Lincoln Park. LT versus LP, and LP has the lead. Lincoln Park leading 20-18 at halftime. 10 seconds to go, and we'll see who our second half starters are for both of these teams. For Lane, it will be the McQueen brothers, Malloy, Kensick, and Brown. So they're going with their starting 5. And Montez, Malone, Nwosu, Spencer, and Smith for Lincoln Park. So both these teams going with their first half starters to get things underway in the second half. it'll be Nwosu who started the game, and then we didn't see him for a little while there in the first half, inbounding things for Lincoln Park. As he will get the ball to Malone, and we are underway here in the second half. Lane Sac, Lincoln Park, boys varsity basketball. Malone with the basketball, being guarded by McQueen. They get over to Nwosu, excuse me. Montez now with basketball, driving in, gives it to Smith. Smith no good. And Malone gets it back. They'll give it to Montez. Montez goes up for two. He misses it. It's an off night for him so far. But Lincoln Park will keep the basketball. Far side, Malone with it. Step back three, no good. Airballed. Malloy, will get the basketball. Three from Aaron McQueen, no good. His brother Chris will grab the rebound, and they'll call jump ball. Possession arrow points towards Lane Tech. And Sean Malloy will inbound it for Lane. Talked about brothers on the Perona side earlier this broadcast. Sean Malloy's brother, Michael Malloy, was on Lane Tech a couple of years ago. I believe graduated 2 years ago. As Brown gets the basketball, he's going to drive. Give it down low to McQueen. McQueen goes up for two, and he will get fouled. And Aaron McQueen will head to the line. Aaron McQueen takes a couple of dribbles, goes up for his first one, no good. McQueen with 5 points on the night so far. Second free throw is good, so he gets that one. He's up to 6 points on the night, and it's a 1-point game. Lincoln Park leads Lane 20-19 as Malone brings things up for the Lions. Crosses the logo at half court, being guarded by McQueen. They give it far side, to Nwosu. So in the corner, Lions with the basketball. Tight defense from Kensick. They'll give it to Montez, who will hold things for the Lions. Far side to Spencer. They give it back out to Nwosu, and Montez will reset things once again for Lincoln Park. Montez over to Nwosu. He has some space, pulls it, no good though. Rebounded by Chris McQueen for Lane Tech. And Lane Tech gets the basketball back with a chance to take the lead on this possession. Brown with the basketball, near side. Being guarded by Montez, gets a screen from Kensick, but I'll hand it off to Aaron McQueen. Chris McQueen drives, and a foul will be called. Aaron McQueen just a little too aggressive on that play, and Lincoln Park will get the basketball back. First foul of the half for Lane. Lincoln Park has one as well, and it's 20-19. 5:48 to go in the third quarter. Montez with the basketball for Lincoln Park. He gets past Brown with ease. Montez now, top the key, driving in, goes up for two, and he will get his first of the night as Lincoln Park gets to a 22-19 lead. It looked like Montez wanted more people for a half-court press, but not getting it. He's the only one for the full-court press, as Brown gives it no look to Kensick. Kensick down low to McQueen. McQueen goes up for two. He'll miss it. And Lincoln Park will get things back. They give a long pass to Malone, and they're going to call a travel on Malone. So Lane will get the basketball back quickly. So Lincoln Park's going to stick with that half-court press as Brown brings things up. A 22-19 lead for Lincoln Park. 4:57 as that ball gets tipped by Lincoln Park, so no backcourt. Malloy with the basketball top of the key. We're going to have Perona and Grunebaum into the game soon for Lane Tech as Lane calls a timeout. With 4:50 to go. Lane Tech trailing Lincoln Park 22-19. A 3-point Lions lead. And we're going to have 2 quick timeouts rather quickly because 4:50 to go. Lane calls timeout, and then the first dead ball after 4 minutes will be a masked timeout, mask break, though most of the players, I believe the idea is that the players can space out and take off the mask, but teams have mostly been using it, at least in the games we've called, as a timeout instead. Lincoln Park during the first half was doing some timeouts with just the coaches talking, but looks like they're back to meeting with their players here. As both of the teams break, we'll get your starting 5, or your 5 in the game for Lane Tech in a second because they had some changes. It'll be Aaron McQueen, Joseph Perona, Ethan Grunebaum, Justin Brown, and Sean Malloy on the court for Lane. Malloy inbounding things. Perona down low in the paint. Everyone else, McQueen, Brown, and Grunebaum right near Malloy where he's inbounding it. Brown breaks past half court, and he'll get it. Brown holding things, gives it to Malloy. Malloy gets a screen from Brown. Now Malloy drives, goes up for 2, and he will miss it. As Brown gets the steal, nice play from him there. Malloy gets it now back to Brown. Brown in the corner, doesn't take a shot. Instead, we'll give it to Malloy, who takes the shot. Malloy for 3, no good. Rebounded by Lincoln Park. They're pushing the pace. That will be number 4. Caleb Spencer gets fouled, and Spencer will head to the line to shoot 2. Second foul of the half for Lane Tech, and that'll be number 5, Ethan Grunebaum, his second. Spencer at the line to shoot 2. First one. No good off the back of the rim. And second one, no good either, as Aaron McQueen gets the rebound. Justin Brown with the basketball. Gives it to McQueen. McQueen, far side, drives in. Won't get a shot up. Instead, gives it to Perona. Perona looked like he was thinking about the shot. Instead, he's going to dribble around. Gets the layup, but no good. As Malone brings the ball up for Lincoln Park, but a bad pass, and Lane Tech will get the ball back quickly. Under 4 minutes, so we're going to get the timeout. 3:54 to go in the third quarter. 22-19 lead for the Lincoln Park Lions over Lane Tech. We talked about Lane's next schedule. We'll talk about Lincoln Park now. They also have a game tomorrow because Lane Tech was CPS was gonna start the season and then they delayed it 1 week. So they have, I believe, every CPS team has 2 games, or at least Red Conference has 2 games to make up, and they're making those up on Saturdays. That'll be Westinghouse, Lincoln Park on the road once again tomorrow, and then they return home next Wednesday to take on Marshall, and then next Friday they are at Farragut. No non-conference games on the schedule for Lincoln Park from what I've seen. Kind of confusing. I mean, not confusing. It is COVID after all, but just strange. Lane Tech has 2 conference games on the schedule against Jones and Taft. They beat Jones in their non-conference opener, and then they play Taft on Monday, So short non-conference schedule for Lane Tech, and no non-conference schedule for Lincoln Park, as Malloy will inbound things for Lane. Gets it into Brown. Brown back to Malloy. Now Grunebaum gets it to Joseph Perona. And Perona gives it to Malloy. Perona also plays a guard-like position, so Lane really rolling with 4 guards on the court right now, along with Aaron McQueen, their post player, who drives in and gets 2 as I call his name. Cuts the lead to 2. He's up to 8 points on the night as it's, cuts the lead to 1. 22-21, Lincoln Park leads. Malone gives it out to Spencer. Spencer driving, baseline, no good. And they're going to call a charge on him. Lane Sack bench happy with that one. And Malloy will inbound things for Lane Sack. As we said, a lot of guards on the court, so with Lincoln Park full court pressing now, it seems. Good thing for Lane, they have a lot of ball handlers on the court. Aaron McQueen gets it past half court to Brown. Brown in the corner to McQueen. McQueen now. Grunewald for three, no good. As that ball goes out of bounds, they're gonna say off of Lincoln Park. Oh no, they changed the call. Second time that's happened tonight. That it looked like the initial call was for Lincoln Park. It switched to Lane. As Brown will inbound things for Lane. Gives it to McQueen. Hands it back to Brown. Brown near side. We'll give it out to McQueen. Those two going back and forth. McQueen gets into the paint, and he will get called for a travel. 2:48 to go in the third quarter. A 1-point Lincoln Park lead. Very low scoring in this one. This one has a chance to be lower scoring than Monday's game, 40-37, as Grunewald with some nice defense on Montez forces him to pass it to Nwosu. They get in the corner to Malone. Now back to Montez, back to Malone. Malone inside to Smith. Smith goes up for two, no good. Rebounded by Nwosu, and he will get two. So Lincoln Park takes the lead back, or keeps the lead, will extend it to 3. Scoreboard didn't change as Perona, some slippery hands there and can't hold on to it. Brown checks out of the game for Lane Tech. Roger Kill, the senior, checks in. Montez gets the inbound, being guarded by Grunewald as Russo gets the basketball. Inside the him, a little give and go, and he gets the 2 to go. And couple of baskets for Lincoln Park, and they're out to a 5-point lead, largest lead for either team in a while. Aaron McQueen helps break the full court press, goes behind his back, it looked like. And Lane Tech will call a timeout. Lincoln Park with the momentum, up 5. Not a big game, but in this low scoring of a game, any lead is turning out to be pretty important. 26-21 your score. Lincoln Park leading Lane Tech with 1:47 to go in the third quarter. Definitely weird to be in an empty Lane Gymnasium. Really no one here other than the players, coaches, and a few other personnel. Less than 50 people in total. But players doing a good job on the bench, trying to keep the atmosphere as loud as it can be. Obviously not the same without the fans here. Hopefully next season we'll be back with that, as it will be Lane Tech ball, I want to say, out of the timeout. So yes, it'll be the same 5 on the court for Lane and for Lincoln Park, I believe. Malloy going to inbound things here at the bottom of the screen for Lane Tech. Gets it to Grunewald. Grunewald gives it to Malloy. Malloy, far side. He's going to hold it, take a couple of dribbles now. Malloy over to McQueen. McQueen goes up. No good. And that will be rebounded by Smith. And Montez will push the pace for the Lions. Tries to get a pass off, but not before getting fouled. They're going to call the foul on the ground as Joe Kensick checks in for Joseph Perona. Montez be the one inbounding it for Lincoln Park. They get it out to Smith. Smith, top the key, gives it inside to Malone. Malone at the free throw line. Gives it to Montez. Montez back to Malone. Back to Montez in the corner. Nwosu goes up for a little skyhook almost, and he gets it. 28-21. And I believe they said Malloy stepped over the line. So Lincoln Park gets the 2 and gets the ball back almost immediately. A 7-point lead for the Lions now. They've got the clear momentum with 1 minute to go in the third quarter. They inbounded it out to Montez. Montez being guarded by Grunebaum. Tight defense here. He tries to go in the paint, gives it out to Malone. That's tipped, actually. Tipped by Malone himself, but he's able to regain his dribble. Malone loses the basketball, but they say it's tipped by Hill, and Lincoln Park will keep it. Nice defense here from Lane, and Lincoln Park forced to call a timeout. They couldn't get the ball in. So Lane Tech's tight defense forces the Lions to call a timeout. 28-21 the score. Lincoln Park leading Lane Tech in the third quarter. That's right, third quarter. Very low scoring. Lane Tech averaging 40.5 points per game so far this year, but looks like they might not even reach that. But then again, we have no idea what the fourth quarter holds. Lincoln Park only scored 39 in that opening loss to Whitney Young, but kind of rebounded 58 points in their 3-point loss to North Lawndale on Wednesday. It'll be Nwosu inbounding things for Lincoln Park. Expect Lane to keep up that intense defense that forced Lincoln Park to call a timeout because they couldn't get the inbound in. And they'll get it to Montez, just barely. Sorry for the camera error there, as Montez pulls for 3, and no good. Hill gets the rebounds. They give it to Kensick. Kensick over to Malloy, but that's taken right by Malone, who will give things down low to Hammonds, and Hammonds gets the lucky bounce. And Lincoln Park now out to a 9-point lead. 25 seconds to go in the first half. Long pass by Kensick to Grunebaum. Grunebaum connects, goes up for 2, no good. Push the pace with 15 seconds to go. Nwosu goes up for 2, and he's going to get fouled. I believe the foul will be called on Hill. Don't quote me on that, though. A couple of guys down there in white uniforms for Lane. Yes, they will call it on Hill. That is his first, the team's fourth. No one in bonus just yet. 4 fouls on Lane Tech this half, 2 on Lincoln Park. As first free throw from Nwosu, is no good. Second free throw, no good as well. He goes 0 for 2 from the line. Lane Tech gets the basketball back. 10 seconds. They give it to Malloy. Malloy with an open lane, pulls for 2. He's going to get that. Now 5 seconds to go. They give it to Montez. Montez, 2 seconds. Tries to pull up for 3, and no good. And that will bring us to the end of 3 quarters of play. Lane Tech Lane Tech trails Lincoln Park 30-23. We'll be back in just a second. You're watching Lane Tech basketball. Back here at Lane Tech, a busy Friday night of basketball across the state of Illinois. CPS will get one more week to play because they started later, but the rest of the state really heading into the home stretch. This is the second to last Friday they can play, I want to say. I believe they can go up to the 13th, somewhere around there, and we're almost in football season. Usually, football leads into basketball. This year, quite the opposite. Lane Tech football getting ready to play. I saw them practicing on the turf field at Lane Stadium earlier tonight. But we still got some hoops to go as we enter the fourth quarter of action. Alex Bursey on the call, a 30-23 lead for for Lincoln Park. 8 minutes to go. Fourth quarter of play as Nwosu will inbound things for the Lions. Gets it to Malone. Malone into the paint, gives it out. That'll be taken by Malloy, though. Malloy looked like he was going to drive. Instead, we'll give cross course back to Kensick. Kensick for three, no good. That'll be rebounded by Nwosu, who goes up for two, no good. So missed shots from both sides to start the fourth quarter of play. Justin Brown with the basketball. He will go up and miss the two. So another missed shot. I believe that's three missed shots from the two teams combined to start things off here in the fourth quarter. As Roderick Hill pokes the basketball, they're going to say it went off of him last. And Malone will get it. And just after Hill gets the poke, he'll check out of the game. Aaron McQueen comes in for Lane. So McQueen, Brown, Kensick, both of the McQueen brothers, and Malloy on the court for Lane. Smith with the basketball for Lincoln Park. Brown wanted a foul. Instead, they'll give it down low to the other Smith. Two Smiths on the court right now, that being Jaden and Keyshawn. As Malloy gets another steal, gets the open lane, goes up for two, and the easy layup is good. And now just a 5-point lead for Lincoln Park, 30-25, 6:50 to go in the fourth quarter. We're looking at a close finish here inside Lane Gymnasium, as a travel will be called on Malone. And a timeout will be called, I believe, by Lincoln Park. As we're talking about Lincoln Park having the momentum. Pretty sure that has switched now. Lane Tech with a couple of baskets, a couple of steals from Sean Malloy, and he got that open lane layup to cut the lead to 5. Malloy with 8 points on the night to go along with 8 from Aaron McQueen. 6:43 to go in the game. Another very low-scoring affair. In the JV game earlier, it was close for a while, but Lincoln Park not battled back. They took the lead late and held on to it to take that one. Not sure what the final score was, but Lincoln Park will win that. Lane JV team drops to 1-2 on the year. They won against Jones and then lost to Clark in overtime and lost today. Tomorrow, a full day of hoops at Lane Tech. Freshman team plays at 9. I want to say North Lawndale or they had a last-minute cancellation, so that game got switched, but that game's at 9. 11:30 will be our junior varsity Lane Tech team taking on Schurz, and then 2 p.m. is Lane Tech varsity taking on Schurz. As the inbound from Lane Tech gets blocked by Montez, but they will keep the basketball. Malloy inbounds it again, this time to McQueen, gives it back to Malloy, and Lane Tech gets it out cleanly. Malloy with the basketball, near side. He'll give it out to Brown. Brown pulls for 3, and no good. As the ball's gonna go off of Aaron McQueen and and go to Lincoln Park. It'll be Malone inbounding things. He gets it to Nwosu. And Montez will bring the ball up the court for Lincoln Park. 2 points on the night for Montez. Hasn't scored a lot as they get to Hammonds. Hammonds inside to Malone. Malone inside to Nwosu. He loses the basketball. Aaron McQueen gets it, and he'll give it to Malloy. 5-point lead still for Lincoln Park as Aaron McQueen pulls for the long two. He makes it. 30-27. Aaron McQueen now up to 10 points on the night. Obviously one of the taller players on this Lane Tech team, but he's not afraid to take the shot. We saw him take a couple of threes last year on varsity, second year on varsity. As Montez holds the basketball for Lincoln Park. Lane Tech bench chanting defense. They get to Hammonds. Hammonds pulls for two and gets it and one. Wow, what a shot from Christopher Hammonds. He's up to 10 points on the night. He had a couple of threes early on in the first half. And he'll look to make it a 3-point play at the free throw line. Goes up for one, and he will get it. Now 33-27, a 6-point Lincoln Park lead. They get to Kensick. Kensick now to Aaron McQueen. Aaron McQueen dribbling it, goes around Malone. Goes up for two, and he will get fouled. Aaron McQueen draws the foul. We've seen him been up and down with free throws this year, but he will head to the line to shoot two. McQueen takes a deep breath and makes the first one. 33-28. He's up to 11 points on the night. Believe that might be a game high, tied with Hammonds. Second free throw from McQueen is good as well. He goes 2 for 2 from the line, and he's up to 12 points on the night, and Lane Tech cuts the lead to 4, 33-29. Lincoln Park leads Lane Tech, 5:20 to go in the game. Malone holding the basketball for Lincoln Park. Hammonds now, top of the key. With the hot hand, he gives it off to Malone. And Malone will slow things down for Lincoln Park. Gives it inside to Nwosu. He goes up for two and drains it. 35-29. The lead back up to 6 for Lincoln Park. Kensick with the basketball. Pulls for three. No good. He airballs that one. And Lincoln Park will get the basketball back quickly, up by 6, 35-29, 4:45 to go. It is a close game, so this could come down to free throw shooting, and currently neither team in bonus. Lane Tech with 5 fouls, Lincoln Park with 3. So Lincoln Park closer to the bonus as Hammonds drives in, just misses the 2, rebounded by Aaron McQueen. He lost there for, Chris McQueen. He lost there for a second, but gets it back. As Sean Malloy with the basketball on the far side. The junior, spin move. Gives it to Aaron McQueen. Aaron McQueen loses it off his shoe, but Justin Brown will get it back. Malloy drives in, goes for 2, and he gets it. Malloy with a nice move to the basket, and now a 4-point lead for Lincoln Park. 4 minutes to go. Next dead ball will trigger a mask timeout. As Montez with the basketball almost loses it, Nwosu. Montez back with it. He's holding, 3:40 to go in the game. Lincoln Park 35-31 lead. Hammonds got to inside to Smith. Smith back to Montez. Montez inside to Smith. And they're going to call a jump ball, and that is Lane Tech possession. They'll call a... No, they're not calling the mass timeout as Grunbaum checks into the game for Kensick. And Malloy gets it in to Grunbaum. Grunbaum gets the basketball right after he comes in. Top the key, almost loses it. Instead gives it out to Aaron McQueen. Aaron McQueen drives in, goes up for 2, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes up and gets fouled. Aaron McQueen went 2 for 2 from the line the last time he was there, looking to repeat that. And if he were to make both of them, easily be a 2-point game. If he makes one of them, it's a 1-possession game. As Aaron McQueen makes his first one. Checking into the game will be Spencer for Lincoln Park, and Smith will come out. That is Jaden Smith. Second free throw from Aaron McQueen. No good, and the lead will stay at 3 for Lincoln Park, but Lane Tech gets the rebound. Chris McQueen with it, gives it to his brother Aaron. Aaron at far side corner, trying to dribble his way in. It's a little spin move. Goes up for 2, no good. Wanted the foul, but Malone will take things for Lincoln Park. Being guarded by Aaron McQueen, gives it to Nwosu. Top of the key, Spencer. Spencer inside to Montez. Montez to Nwosu, who goes up for 2, and he'll get it. Lead back up to 5 for the Lions. 2:40 to go in the game. Brown with the basketball, driving on Montez. Gets past half court. And will give it to Malloy. Malloy driving, goes up for 2. They're going to call the foul on the ground. Malloy thought he was shooting free throws. I thought he was driving too, but refs say he was on the ground, and Lane Tech will get the basketball under the basket. I believe a masked timeout. Not sure what that was called from the refs. And we'll take a quick timeout. 37-32, a 5-point lead for Lincoln Park. 2:30 to go. It's a close one, so we're going to stick right here. No more breaks for the rest of the game. It will be Lane Tech basketball under their scoring basket as we return to play. Thank you for joining us. Alex Bursting on the call here from the Empty Lane Gymnasium. Both the teams still in their huddles. I didn't hear what the PA announcer said, but I'm pretty sure that was just a mass timeout, so neither team burns a timeout. This team's looking pretty even other than the score. 5 fouls for Lincoln Park, 5 for Lane Tech, 2 timeouts left for Lincoln Park, 2 for Lane Tech, and of course 37 points for Lincoln Park, 32 for Lane Tech. As your 5 on the court will be the McQueen brothers, Malloy, Brown, and Grunebaum for Lane Tech. And for Lincoln Park, Nwosu, Montez, Spencer, Hammonds, and Malone. Grunebaum will be inbounding it for Lane. Lane looking to cut the deficit under 5 here if they can get any points. Chris McQueen gets the long inbound, hands it off to Justin Brown near the bottom of your screen. Brown loses the basketball, but Chris McQueen gets it. As Aaron McQueen fakes a 3, drives, goes up for 2, and he will get it easy. He's up to 15 points on the night, and it is a 37-34 Lincoln Park lead. Close one here. Spencer goes up for 2, and they are going to... I'm not sure what the call was there. I think they're calling a foul. Yes, they call a foul, and Lane Tech will get the basketball back, down by 3. 2 minutes to go on the clock. 37-34, Lincoln Park leads. Brown bringing the ball up the court for Lane. Far side. He will slow things down, gives it to Grunebaum. Grunebaum inside to Malloy. Malloy posting up on Hammonds. He turns around, goes for 2, no good. The ball's boxed out to Spencer, and Lincoln Park will get the basketball back. 1:40 now to go. Spencer with the basketball. That's taken by Grunebaum. Grunebaum gives it to Brown. Brown for 3. Bang! Justin Brown ties the game. 37-37, 1:20 to go in the game. Montez gives it out to Hammonds. Hammonds with a three of his own, no good. Rebounded by Nwosu. He goes up for two, and they're going to call a foul. The three from Brown. He buries it. We usually see him just handling the ball, but he takes the shot, drains it when Lane Tech needs it, and it's a tie ball game. Nwosu hoping to take the lead back for Lincoln Park. First free throw is good, and Lincoln Park takes the 38-37 lead. Lane Tech going to call their players to the bench. Lane Tech calls timeout, that is, excuse me. So 38-37, one more free throw will be on its way from Nwosu, as Lincoln Park looks to extend their lead to 2. 1:16 to go, and another low scoring, but another fun, close one between Lane Tech and Lincoln Park. Lane Tech really hasn't been in any blowouts this year. Third game, the first one with a 3-point victory over Jones, 40-37. Lost at the end against Clark, ended up losing by 10, and then this game obviously close. Both the teams still in their huddle. That was a Lane Tech timeout, so they'll have one more timeout. Both teams at 6 fouls now, so next team to foul will put the other team in bonus as we get into the end of the game, a close game, meaning we might have some fouls. Your 5 on the court for Lane Tech, McQueen brothers, Brown, Malloy, and Grunebaum. And for Lincoln Park, Smith, Hammonds, Nwosu, Malone, and the other Smiths. So that's Keyshawn and Jaden Smith. Free throws good. Nwosu goes 2 for 2 from the line. It's a 2-point Lincoln Park lead, 39-37, 1:15 to go in the game. Ethan Grunebaum bringing the ball up the court for Lane, the junior. They tried to get into Malloy, but Hammond steals it. But Malloy gets it right back. He's going to give it to Brown. Brown thinks about the three. Kind of trapped in the corner here. He's going to get it all the way to Chris McQueen. Chris McQueen back to Brown. 50 seconds on the clock. 39-37. Lincoln Park leads Lane Tech. Brown gets it inside to Malloy. Malloy posting up on Hammond. He's going to turn around, go for 2, and get fouled. And Malloy will go to the line to shoot 2 with the chance to tie it. 38.1 seconds to go. And now was the 7th foul. As we mentioned, now Lane Tech in bonus. This was a shooting foul, though, so Lane Tech will get 2 free throws. Malloy will. We have a couple subs coming into the game after this free throw for Lincoln Park. As Malloy buries the first one, now 39-38. Checking into the game for Lincoln Park, that'll be Spencer and Montez. I didn't see the first player to come out, but Jaden Smith, one of the players to leave the game for Lincoln Park, as Malloy looks to tie it. And he does. 39-39, 38.1 seconds to go. Tie ball game here in some Friday night hoops. Montez with the basketball, being guarded by Grunebaum. Montez gives it to Spencer. Spencer holding the basketball, trying to get past Brown. Brown sticking with him. He loses the basketball. Brown pokes it. And Lincoln Park will call timeout. Defense there from Brown forces Lincoln Park to take the timeout. Now both teams will have one timeout left. 23.8 seconds to go in the game. We're tied at 39. Lane Tech scored 40 their first game, 41 their second game. Looking like they're going to be somewhere around there for the third game. Lincoln Park, once again, this is very strange. There's 23.8 seconds left to go, and their coaches are talking, but not with the players. Lane Tech, obviously, with the normal huddle, but I guess Lincoln Park just trusting their players a lot in this one. Number 23, Jaden Smith, is at the table, so he's going to check back in for Lincoln Park after leaving the game just a minute or so or less ago. 39-39, your score, 23.8 seconds to go. Lincoln Park and Lane Sec locked in with each other. Your 5 for Lane will be Grunebaum, Malloy, both the McQueen brothers, and Brown, the same 5. So 3 guards, and then the McQueen brothers, the big men, doing man-to-man as always. And it'll be Montez, Malone, Nwosu, Smith, and Hammonds in the game for Lincoln Park. 23.8 seconds to go. Hammonds will inbound things for Lincoln Park. Gets it to Montez. Deep in the court. Montez now. 18 seconds to go. Being guarded by Grunebaum. Montez holds the basketball. Looks like he might hold for the final shot as it's taken by Grunebaum. Grunebaum falls on it. And they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow, Lincoln Park. And Lincoln Park gets the basketball with 7.5 seconds to go. Nice defense there from Grunebaum, forcing the jump ball. And a timeout will be called by Lincoln Park. Lane Tech with some aggressive defense here near the end of the game to stay in it. 39-39 is your score. 7.5 seconds left in the game. Low scoring, but exciting nonetheless between these two teams. Don't see any subs at the table, so I think we will stick with our same 5 for both Lincoln Park and Lane Tech. As we were saying, Lane Tech with 3 guards in the game, and then both of the McQueen brothers, the big men. And looks like Lincoln Park doing about the same. But Lincoln Park has a lot more players who play both guard and forward type positions. For example, Malone, 6'9", listed as a guard/forward. And we are ready to go. 7.5 seconds to go. 39-39. As both these teams look to get their first conference win of the year. Nwosu gets it to Malone. That's taken by Aaron McQueen. Aaron McQueen goes up for 2, and he gets fouled. And Aaron McQueen will get the basketball with a chance to take the lead and possibly seal the win. He has 2 free throws, 4.4 seconds to go. I think he has made 4 in a row after missing some earlier in the game. Aaron McQueen's walking to the trainers. Looks like he might have gotten a cut on his arm on that foul, but he will stay in the game, I am assuming. 39-39. Malloy and Justin Brown staying in the backcourt for Lane Tech. Grunebaum and Chris McQueen inside the paint, and Aaron McQueen with 2 free throws. Probably 2 of the bigger free throws this team has taken this year. You know what, I'll correct myself and say these are the 2 biggest free throws Lane Tech has taken this year. As McQueen's gonna go out again, not sure what's wrong. Back to the trainer. And Lincoln Park is calling their guys in, and Lane Tech is calling their guys in. So an injury timeout. The players will stay on the court, and Montez just came off the court. He might just be getting water. Okay, yeah, I think it was just getting water. That would have been surprising. Lincoln Park, although he struggled today, their best player not on the court for the end of this one. 39-39, 4.4 seconds to go. Thanks for joining us. Alex Bursky on the call. As Aaron McQueen now looks like he got something wrapped around his elbow, and he will have 2 free throws to take the lead. We're all knotted up at 39 between Lane Tech and Lincoln Park. Aaron McQueen at the free throw line. Been off and on today with free throws, but more on in the second half. as the first free throw is good. He buries it. 40-39 your score. 4.4 seconds to go. McQueen has a second one to make it a 2-point lead. I'm guessing Lane would take a timeout no matter what happens here. They have one left as McQueen misses the second one, rebounded by Malone. Malone gives it to Smith. Smith pulls for three. No good, and Lane Sec will win the contest. Lane Sec takes the 40-39 victory. Last minute three from Jaden Smith is no good, and Lane Tech takes the victory. They improve to 2-1 in the year, and more importantly, 1-1 in conference. Lincoln Park drops to 0-3 in conference, and Lane Tech escapes 16 points from Aaron McQueen. I believe that is the game high for either team, and that is going to wrap things up here at Lane Gymnasium. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. JV at 11:30, but Lane Tech and Schurz. Lincoln Park plays tomorrow at Westinghouse, and that is going to wrap up a fun night of basketball. I'm Alex Burstein on the call. Your final score from Lane Gymnasium: Lane Tech 40, Lincoln Park 39. Thank you for joining us.